the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Everybody subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Go ahead and click that red button right there, and also click that bell for notifications and select all. All right. Yo, Games and Graphics, we are back in the building with another GTA 5 mod tutorial for you, and today we are going to be installing Los Santos RED Alpha. All right, this one is created by Not Foon. Shout out to the creator. When you get down to this download page, what you want to do is read the full description. It has a lot of important information, including all the different buttons and controls, and the different features that we have. It has tons of information, so please read through this whole thing. All right, because we will not be going specifically through everything that this mod has to offer, because it is a lot. All right, so once you get done reading this full description, what you want to do is come up here and you want to select where it says current, select the green arrow to download. Now let's go ahead and jump into the requirements. What we are going to need is right here is Rage plugin hook. Okay, we are going to need that, and as the author has provided us with a link to where to download the Rage hook plugin, they say that on the website it's not the updated Rage plugin hook, so they urge us to go to the Discord and get the most recent Rage hook plugin. All right, so when you select this link right here, it's going to lead you to this invite, all right, into Rage hook plugins Discord. So make sure that you have a Discord. Go over there, join the Discord, and it will be in the necessities channel. Okay, inside the necessities channel is where you will find all the latest updates for Rage plugin hook. All right, now the next requirement that we are going to need is the Rage native UI, and there's also another link right here. If you just select this name right here, it's going to lead you to this page. Rage native UI 192 is the most recent right now, so go ahead and select Rage native UI.zip in order to download. All right, so those are both of the requirements right there. So once you have all the requirements downloaded and you have your Los Santos RED Alpha downloaded as well, it should look something like this. On my left hand side, I have 3 downloads. The first one is LSR Alpha, Rage native UI, and Rage plugin hook. All right, on my right hand side, I have my GTA 5 directory opened up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and start off with the Rage plugin hook. All right, open up that folder. Inside that folder, we are going to be taking all of these files. Let me blow this up. A little bit too big. There we go. We are going to be taking everything in this folder except the license and the SDK folder, okay? And the README, of course. All right, so we're going to take all these files that I've highlighted except those 2 folders and the RPH README, and we're going to drag and drop all of these over here to our Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. Once that's been dragged and dropped, we could go ahead and press the back arrow. Now we could go ahead and start with installing our Rage native UI folder. So go ahead and open that one up. Inside that folder, we are going to have all these files right here. We're going to highlight just these 2 right here. Okay, we're going to take these 2 I've highlighted, drag and drop these over to our Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. Once that's been dragged and dropped, let's go back. Now let's go ahead and install our LSR Alpha. Open up that folder. Inside that folder, we are going to have this plugins folder and these 2 script folders. These 2 scripts right here, these 2 files, excuse me. We're going to take all 3 and we're going to drag and drop all 3 into our Grand Theft Auto 5 directory. All right. After that has been dragged and dropped, we are all good to go. What we need to do now is go back to our GTA 5 directory, and what you want to scroll down and look for your Rage plugin hook. Now go ahead and double click the Rage plugin hook. Now when you're first running the Rage plugin hook, you'll probably have this disclaimer right here that will pop up. You just want to select accept. Then after that is done, this screen will pop up right here, and you get to make some changes. You have the general section right here for your console key. I would just leave that alone. The next tab over is your plugins. What I would do is set this right here to load all plugins on startup. That way you don't have to enter into the console a certain command to start it up. As soon as you run it, then it'll automatically be starting up. So you can go ahead and check this one, load all plugins on startup. So after you're done making your changes, you want to scroll down to where it says save and close, and it's going to go ahead and run the game. So as soon as you load into the game, if you look above the mini map, you're going to see a message saying Los Santos Red, and it's going to tell you to press Shift F10. Okay, so press Shift and F10. That's function key F10 and Shift key at the same time, and the screen should fade out. And then when it comes back in, you should see at the top left of the screen, they'll let you know what the controls is. And above the mini map's going to let you know that everything has been loaded successfully. Now keep in mind, in order to play this certain mod, you're going to have to run it from the Rage Hook plugin. Okay, the same thing that we had clicked on earlier to start the game, we have to run it through the Rage Hook plugin every time that we want to play Los Santos Red. Okay, so if you want to play this, do not click on the GTA 5 icon. That will just launch the game by itself. If you want to play Los Santos Red, you're going to have to launch it through the Rage Hook plugin. All right, so in order to start doing whatever you want to do, you can either join the gang or become a cop. What you want to do is open up a menu by pressing F10. F10 will open up this menu right here. Hold on, let me that up. There we go. F10 is going to open up this menu right here. It's called Los Santos Red. And in this menu, you're going to have the option to go to settings, pit swap, game saves, player information, replies and contacts, vehicle ownership, and deactivate mod. Okay, so deactivate mod, if you wanted to deactivate the mod, this is exactly where you would come to. Now, in the top inside settings, they have some other things right here that you could go through. And once you highlight each option here, there is a little description at the bottom of the menu. If you see that it changes for everything that I highlight, just in case if you're not sure on what it does. Now, if you wanted to change into a different ped, instead of playing Michael, Trevor, or Franklin, you want to select ped swap. And inside the ped swap, you have the option to go to the ped creator. All right. So, before we go to ped creator, if you scroll down, you also have the option to take over random pedestrian. If I had somebody close to me, I could take over that ped, or I could become a random pedestrian. And then this is the option where we have to become a gang member, and it has all of the different type of gangs that are inside of GTA 5. It's a long list of them. Then you also have the option to become custom pedestrian legacy. All right, so let's go ahead and choose the ped creator. Inside ped creator, you are going to land inside of the mugshot place. You know, it's the first place that we usually be at when we play GTA online. All right, so the first option is the demographics. Okay, if you choose the demographics, we have an option to set new player, change the name, randomize name, or set money. Okay, the option down below demographics is model. And in model, we could change the model. You can input the model name or search for the model. Down, you have the affiliation. If you select that, you have the option to unaffiliate your character or affiliate your character with a certain gang. And down here, you have the option to choose what gang you want your character to be affiliated with. All right. Now, if they are a cop, then you will have the set agency available for you to work with as well. All right. But that's a work in progress. So let's go ahead and go down to the next one, which is components. Inside components, you have the option to change the face, mask, beard, hair, torso, lower, bags, foot, accessories, undershirt, body armor, decals, and tops. In props, you have the option to add props to your characters, from hats, glasses, ear watches, and bracelets. And then you have your decoration, head, torso, right arm, left leg, and right leg. And you also have your option to save the variations after you have made them, and also print the variations. Now, print variations is going to print out variation out in log. I believe that log is going to be in the GTA 5 directory. All right. The next one down is to become the character that you have created. All right. The last option is to exit, but you want to make sure that you just select become character, okay? Because by exiting, it's not going to save all of the variations you made to the character, or is, you know, also not going to choose that character that you just made the variations to as well. All right. So let's go ahead and choose somebody else other than Franklin. Right, I'm gonna go to search for model and just get Claude. As you can see, we got Claude there, Nico, but they don't have any bodies. All right, we'll get a family member right here. All right, we could be this family member, and we could also go down to components, torso, change up the clothes if we don't like it. All right, and then hit back, and let's go to affiliation, and I'm going to set affiliated with a gang, and it's going to be the families. Okay, so now my character is affiliated with the families. As you can see, the status says families now. All you have to do is scroll down to set gang, pick a gang, and select it. All right. Now, once that is selected and you're all good, I'm great with my character. We could choose from a list of saved variations, or we could go ahead and become characters. So select become character. Are you sure you want to become current model? Select yes. And if you look at the top left of the screen, you will have hunger, sleep, and thirst. All right. And whatever amount of money that you had before is all going to be taken away. Now, if you're using a controller, what you want to press is the select key. All right. If you looked, we just had a message from the families. They're saying this ain't free. They need 2,500 every 7 days. That's the message above the mini map. So what you want to do is press the select key. That's going to open up this menu right here. Now, once this menu is open, you have the option where it says info, vehicle actions, group, inventory, stances, weapons, and actions. Now, you can also open up this menu also by pressing the left Alt key and N on the keyboard at the same time. That's the left Alt key, the key that's to the left side of the keyboard, and press N at the same time, Alt and N. Then this will open up as well. All right. Now you also have the option to go to the main menu over here on the side. That's going to open up the menu that we had open before. You could also access this menu by pressing F10. Let's back out of this. Open this back up, and you also have the debug menu. Now inside of the debug menu, you could open up this by pressing F11. That's function key F11. Inside here, you have the option to change outfits if you have any outfits saved for your character. You have dispatcher options as well if you're playing as a cop or whatnot. You have gang items. You could become gang member to a different gang, leave gang, set gang default, and have all these different options. Time menu, crime menu, player state menu, location menu, teleport menu, other menu, and helper menu, relationship menu, vehicle menu, and movement clip sets. All right, you're going to have a whole lot of options inside the debug menu. And down here at the bottom, you're going to have a burner phone. That's right, we have a whole different phone along with this mod. When you select burner phone, you're going to have your messages. It's going to be your first option right here. This is where you're going to get your text messages from, where we just received a text message from the families gang saying this ain't free, 2,500 every 7 days, which means that if you choose to be a gang member, you're going to have to do criminal activities to help the gang out and give them stuff so that you can pay off this debt every week. All right. So let's go to the next option, which is contacts. Inside of contacts, right now, since I just joined the gang, my only contact is the gang that I joined, as well as 911 emergency services. All right. Once you start progressing or going around doing different things and interacting with different gangs, you will start to get more contacts in your phone. Okay, so say like, for example, if I go out and I go to another turf like the Vagos, and say like I just go and I kill a Vago. I'm going to have the Vagos contact. Immediately as soon as I kill the Vagos, I'm going to get a message from the Vagos, and they're probably going to be threatening me. Okay, they're going to threaten me in a text message, and then I will have their contact. All right, so it's going to be all different type of ways to interact with these different gangs around the map. As soon as you interact with these gangs, you're going to receive their contact. All right, now if you have too much interaction with the gang, like you have too much beef with the gang, you could always call that contact of that gang, and you could pay a certain fee or apologize to get everything back to neutral. All right, so let's go ahead and head back out. Go to the next one. We got our flashlight. See that we got a little flashlight, it's a little light right now. You can see the light right here. You can see the light on the wall right there. Yeah, we got a flashlight as well inside of our burner phone. Let's put this away. Yeah, L to put away. All right, and let's go back to our burner phone. Oops, there we go. Go back to this, and at the bottom you have your settings where you could of course change your ringtone, text tone, volume, profile, theme, and everything like that. All right, now let's open up the map. Now, if you open up the map, you're going to notice you're going to have way more blips than you did before. All right, all these blips represent different things, like these hearts represent different type of places that you can eat at, for example, like restaurants. You also have these hotel places as well. They represent places that you can stay at also in other buildings. You also have these also where you could grab something to eat at. And you will have your hideouts. Okay, so for me, since I am a part of the families gang, I have these hideouts right here that start with F. Okay, for families, depending on what gang that you join, it's going to be in whatever location that they gang usually is at. All right, so for the families, they're usually over here on Chamberlain Avenue. All right, so I have about 4 hangouts right here. You can see them right there on the side. And you also have different blips where you could go through the drive-through in these different restaurants and get something to eat. And also you could purchase some pharmaceuticals as well as drugs. You have all different types of things around here that you could do. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go and check out one of these restaurants real quick. All right, as you can see in the bottom right corner, it has the location that I'm at as well, and also has the address. So let's go ahead and head over in here. Once you get to one of these locations, that is a heart on your map. What you want to do is just walk up to the door. Pay attention to the bottom right of the screen. It's going to let you know what button to press in order to dine at that restaurant. Once you select that button, you're going to see your character in the animation like they're entering into that restaurant. Then you will see a little menu for the restaurant in the top left of the screen. Go ahead and select buy, and it should open up a drop down menu with either drinks, food, and both. You select drinks. A lot of these menus will have the item right here in the front. It'll just be floating and rotating right there in front of you. As you can see, this is the bottle of rainwater. Then you have the cup of E-Cola, as well as the sprunk right here. And if you look at each item, below is the description where it has the price and the type of the drink it is, which is just water, and it has 1 item per package. And this is the most important. It has the amount of thirst that it will give you for each item. Each item is different, and they have different amount of thirst points that they will add to your thirst, pretty much. All right, so this one has about 20 thirst that it will add to the thirst for the rainwater. Now if you scroll down, the cola has about 10 thirst and plus 1 sleep. All right, and if you scroll down to the sprunk, it will be the same like the cola. All right, so just pay attention to that part when you're out here shopping and eating at these different restaurants. Make sure that you're going to get what you really need in order to keep everything nice and even with your hunger, sleep, and thirst. All right, so back out the menu, or let's go ahead and buy a drink. We'll buy all these, and let's go to the food section. As you can see, the food section, we have some noodles right here, different type of noodles. We're gonna go ahead and buy these right here. And as you can see, they give some of these in the beginning are 10 hunger, 10 thirst. Next one down is 20 hunger, 10 thirst. 15 hunger, 5 thirst. 20 hunger, 10 thirst. 20 hunger, 10 thirst. 20 hunger, 10 thirst. All right. So once you're done making your purchases, you could go ahead and back out of the menu. Your character will walk out. Now, in order to eat the food that we just bought, we want to open up the menu by pressing, if you're using the keyboard, press the left Alt key along with N at the same time. If you're using the controller, press the select button, and this will open up right here. And we want to select inventory to access our food. Select inventory, and as you can see in inventory, we have the option to pick drinks or food. All right, if you don't have any food or drinks in here, there will be nothing in here. All right, so let's go ahead and select food. Select food, and it will have all the food that you have purchased. All right, let's go ahead and eat the Sao Gook Sujam Punk. All right, select that. We also have the option to discard one or discard all in use. Go ahead and select the use in order to eat the food. And as you can see, we'll have the animation of our character eating the food along with the item in their hand. You also have the option to stop the animation by pressing, I believe, L on the keyboard. Or you can just let them eat. And as you can see, the hunger went up in the top left of the screen. Let's go ahead and drink something as well. Our thirst is at 54. Select drinks. And I'm going to select the bottle of rainwater. And select use. Alright, now my thirst is going up. And you could also move around while your character is consuming drink or food. He must have been real thirsty, huh? Alright, there we go. So if you wanted to also connect with your gang and do some gang activities, what we want to do is open up the interaction menu. And then we want to select our burner phone. Now, since I am in the families, I'm going to go to contacts and select the families gang. I'm going to select the families gang. And then a menu will pop up in the top left of the screen. It's going to give you a couple of options to choose from. You have hit, money pickup, theft, delivery, wheelman, and request invite. Now, these are all jobs that you could go ahead and get from your gang, of course. All right, so you could do a hit for the gang, money pickup, theft, delivery, or be a wheelman for the gang. All right, or you could request the location of the gang den just to find it if you don't know where it's at. All right, we won't be selecting that right now, but these are options that you could do while you're in the gang. All right, so looks like we covered just about everything for right now for the installing. I suggest also reading over that description a couple of times, taking notes of the different things that you could do inside of this mod. We're going to end it right here, but if this helped y'all out to install it, or if you just enjoyed the video, feel free to smash that like button for me. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the video with your friends that are in a modding GTA 5. Y'all, it's games and graphics. Me and my MP character, I guess. We out of here till next time.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.